to take the mic for just a moment. I wanted to say just two short thoughts. We'll try to be very, very short on one page. First is, we have from the Gemara, Sanhedrin, Amar Rava Bar Bar Chana, Amar Rabbi Yochanan Kasha, Lezugim, Kriyas Yamsu. We say that it's difficult to make a zivik like Kriyas Yamsu. We also say later on, Omer, Rav Yehuda, Amar Rav, Arbaim Yom Kodem Yitziras V'Vlad, Bas Kol Yotzeit V'Amar, Bas Ploni V'Ploni. That's what it says in the Gemara. My son didn't particularly like this at Birachas. They say that no, your zivik is not destined for you. And then they talk about it in the Gemara. They answer it up in one particular way. But in terms of as difficult as splitting the sea is, it's entered the culture even for the first wife. The Gemara says it's only for the second wife that that's difficult, and so Hashem has to do it even for the first wife, though typically people will say that. So today, perhaps the way to put these two concepts together might be as follows. Yes, the bas kol goes out. When the voice goes out from heaven, it should be a very loud voice. And we should all be able to hear that this man and this girl or this woman are going to be together. But do we hear it? Maybe we're not just listening at the correct wavelength. We just have a concept of radio. Don't have too much radio today. Certainly not where you have to twist the dial, and then maybe you're on the right wavelength, maybe not. And if you didn't tune in, you wouldn't hear it. So you need to tune in and be able to hear that bas kol. I want to say, I don't know if Mrs. Leva's here, I want to have a karas hatov, because Mrs. Leva was the only one who heard this bas kol come out and say for my son and for his kala that they should be together as a zivug, and so I have a karas hatov for her for that. I want to add one more small point. Trying to keep it also short. 8 years ago, when I had my third child, Mordechai's younger brother, passed away, there was a story that I read and it consoled me. And I'm going to do it very briefly, which was a woman whose 3-year-old son was killed in a violent way. She has a dream. She sees that her son was killed in order to save the city. He sacrificed himself in order to save the city, and now he's at the Kisei HaKavod. Because of the great works that he did. And then she learns in the dream that because her son is there, that she too will be able to go next to the Kisei HaKavod, because, hey, my son is here, so I'm the mother in the story, so she gets to go there also. That was consoling to me at the time, because of where my son went. I thought, well, also maybe my son would be in such a place he didn't sin his entire life. But that's protexia that a person, the father, gets only in the next world. I see, however, with my son Mordechai, I don't have to wait for this type of protexia to benefit from it as father in this world. And my son Mordechai is getting very well known in the community. He's helping the students at Torah Moshe. They all gravitate. I went to the dinner. They all gravitate around him. Mordechai is the greatest guy around. He's helping the people who works in the store. Everybody tells me about, yeah, your son works there, yeah, he's such a great help in the store. He runs a youth group at Sholem, which I didn't even realize until he ran, but I didn't even know about it until several weeks into it. He's helping students at Hakshiva, and he's marrying such a lovely kala. So today, in this world, I can use my own fatherly protexia and say to people, yeah, I'm so proud of my number one son, who's doing all of these things that I just said, and I can get nachas, and I can get honor because I'm Mordechai's father. And so you're here for Mordechai, but I'm his father, so I also get a little bit of covet because of that, and I get nachas because of that, because my number one son, I give you a bracha, in Israel. Thank you.